In Ghana, Togo, and Benin, villagers speak of a creature older than time, a creature that flies in the night, seeking blood. They call it the adze, once human, now cursed forever, and if its shadow touches you, you will never be the same. Her voice is low and trembling. The fire casts flickering shadows across her face as she speaks. The adze was once a man, but greed and black magic turned him into something else. Now he flies through the night as a firefly, but do not be fooled. If it lands on you, it will crawl inside your skin. Kwame was a hunter. He did not believe in fairy tales. A firefly that drinks blood? He laughed. Old women's stories. But on the night of the red moon, he learned some stories are real. He was deep in the jungle. The hunt had been long. His body was tired. Then, through the trees, a single firefly appeared. It pulsed red. It hovered, watching him. And then, it rushed toward his face. Kwame choked. He stumbled back. The firefly was no longer outside. It was inside him, crawling, changing. His veins turned black. His flesh burned. And then, he screamed. His breath came ragged. His skin shifted like liquid. His shadow twisted on the ground. Too long, too hungry. Then he felt it, the hunger. His bones cracked. His skin melted into shadow. His fingers became claws. His eyes burned red. And deep inside him, the adze whispered, "Now you are mine." Back in the village, the people slept, unaware, unprotected, and above them, the adze flew. The boy's breath was slow. His dreams were calm. Then, a shadow slipped through the window, small, silent. The adze had found its prey. It leaned in. The child stirred. The adze's jaws unhinged, and then the grandmother awoke. "Be gone, cursed one!" she shouted. She threw sacred ash, a weapon against evil. The adze shrieked. It staggered back. Smoke rose from its skin, and in a blur, it vanished. The child was safe, but the adze was still out there, watching, waiting, and in the jungle, a firefly glowed red. Now the villagers say, "Beware the firefly that glows red, because the adze still hungers, and it may be someone you once knew." The end. Please share and subscribe to the channel. Here are lessons from the African story of the Curse of the Adze. 1. Greed leads to self-destruction. The adze, a vampiric firefly spirit, often represents unchecked greed. Those who crave power at the expense of others may find themselves consumed by their own desires. 2. Power must be handled with responsibility. The adze's transformation into a deadly human sorcerer warns that power without wisdom leads to destruction. Leadership and influence should be wielded for the greater good. 3. Betrayal brings dire consequences. Villagers who betray their own for personal gain often face supernatural justice. Trust is sacred and should never be sold for temporary benefits. 4. Fear can be more dangerous than the threat itself. The adze thrives on fear. Those who allow fear to control them may act irrationally, harming the innocent and strengthening their enemy. 5. Unity is the strongest defense against evil. Communities that stand together against the adze's threats survive, while those divided by suspicion and infighting fall victim to it. 6. Knowledge is a weapon against darkness. Understanding the ways of the adze helps in defending against it. Ignorance leaves one vulnerable to manipulation and destruction. 7. Envy breeds hatred and corruption. The adze often preys on those who harbor jealousy, turning their bitterness into a curse. Learning to celebrate others' successes protects the soul. 8. Strength without wisdom is a dangerous combination. Some warriors believe brute force can defeat the adze, but strategy and wisdom are required to outsmart supernatural forces. 9. Curses often stem from unresolved wrongs. The adze's existence is sometimes tied to a great injustice. Many supernatural afflictions in African folklore arise from ancestors' unatoned sins. The innocent often suffer for the sins of the guilty. The adze doesn't just punish the wicked, its curse spreads indiscriminately. This reflects real-world injustice, where innocent lives are harmed by the choices of the powerful. 11th, superstition can lead to misplaced judgment. Villagers sometimes accuse innocent people of being the adze, leading to tragic consequences. Wisdom is needed to separate truth from paranoia. 12. Darkness thrives where light is abandoned. Evil spirits, like the adze, flourish in places where goodness, hope, and justice have been forsaken. Societies must uphold their moral values to keep darkness at bay. 13. A person's true nature is revealed in times of crisis. When the adze strikes, some turn against their own, while others rise to protect the weak. Hard times expose true character. 14. Protection comes from honoring traditions. Elders and spiritual leaders often know the rituals to ward off the adze. Disregarding traditional wisdom weakens the community's defenses. 15th, greedy leaders invite doom upon their people, chiefs, or rulers who invite dark magic into their lands for personal gain often pay the ultimate price along with their subjects. 16. Nature's balance must be respected. The adze is tied to the natural and spiritual world. Disrupting nature or disrespecting spirits can bring a deadly curse. 17. One wrong choice can alter generations. A single deal with dark forces can bring suffering to an entire lineage. This teaches responsibility and decision-making. 18. The strongest chains are the ones we place on ourselves. Many who fall to the adze's influence are trapped by their own greed, hatred, or fears, making them easy prey. 19th, kindness can save a life or a soul. While the adze is often merciless, some tales tell of people spared because they showed kindness to others, proving that goodness has protective power. 20. Desperation can lead to dangerous alliances. Villagers who seek power through dark means often end up cursed. It is better to endure hardship than to gain wealth or power through immoral shortcuts. 21. Wisdom is greater than strength in battles of the spirit. Physical strength is useless against the adze, but spiritual wisdom, knowledge, and unity can defeat it. 22. The heart is a person's greatest weakness and strength. The adze often manipulates emotions, fear, anger, envy, to control its victims. Those who master their hearts become immune to its tricks. 23. Some evils can never be destroyed, only contained. Just as the adze is never truly eradicated, some evils in the world can only be controlled, not eliminated. Vigilance must always be maintained. 24th, an oath should never be taken lightly. Many who break sacred oaths suffer curses like the adze. Promises must be honored, as words carry great power. 25. The greatest protection is a pure conscience. The adze struggles to harm those who are truly just and good-hearted, proving that virtue is its own shield. Please share, like, and subscribe to the channel.